Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 4-hour time frame, guys, because right now, as you can see, the Bollinger Bands are squeezing the Bitcoin price, and typically this indicates that we are likely going to see a big move for Bitcoin coming in sometime soon. If we also take a look at this descending line of resistance, currently we are trading exactly at this level of resistance. So this is a critical moment in the Bitcoin price action, and very likely tonight or tomorrow we will get a clear answer in terms of if we are going to see a rejection from this descending trend line or if we are finally breaking above and likely getting resumption after that. Now combine this with the Bollinger Bands squeezing the price, and to me this looks like likely we are going to get a big move either to the upside or to the downside here very soon. However, for now, guys, we still have this bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, which is when you have higher highs in the Bitcoin price and lower highs in the RSI momentum indicator. Typically, this points towards a break from this bullish price action that we saw here recently, either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially bearish momentum. But for now, on this 4-hour time frame, so long as we are not breaking above this resistance and we do not invalidate this bearish divergence by trading above this descending trend line in the RSI, I am still leaning a bit more bearish here on this time frame. However, if we take a look at the 1-day time frame, here I am actually much more bullish on the Bitcoin price. You can see that currently we are basically just trading in this range here, but at the same time we have now broken above this descending trend line. We also have a bullish divergence confirmed on the 1-day time frame, and potentially today we are breaking above this descending line of resistance that we have been facing for a couple of days at this point. So all of this, even though everyone is still bearish in the comment section, guys, all of this is looking pretty bullish to me. So for now, I am still bullish on the 1-day time frame, and I am still expecting another move to the upside for Bitcoin, so long as we do not trade below this descending trend line in the Bitcoin price. Now let's actually dive a bit more into the short term, because this is where I believe all of the opportunity in the market is right now. So for example, we do have this bearish divergence on the 2-hour time frame still in the charts for now, because as you can see, we have not traded above this descending trend line in the RSI. But this is basically the same as what I said yesterday, right? Like, all of the opportunity is on the lower time frame. Even this 2-hour time frame, there's not that much going on. But if we zoom in, for example, to this 30-minute time frame, these conditions are actually ideal for scalpers on the lower time frames, because we have these constant volatile moves up and down. Of course, nothing I say in my videos is financial advice, but this is definitely something to be looking at over the next couple of days here, as we are still seeing this bearish divergence play out for now. Next, moving on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. First of all, on this 3-day time frame, right now most of the liquidity is actually to the upside, sitting at 85.6k and even as high as 86.8k. And we do have more liquidity to the downside, sitting at around 83.1k. So these are the short-term price targets that you could be looking for on the lower time frames. Zooming out to the 2-week time frame, here we pretty much have the same story. So we again have some liquidity at this 85 all the way up to 86, 87k level. Most of the liquidity is to the upside. However, there is also a bunch of liquidity below these previous lows right here, for example, at 82.8k. And after that, it gets pretty sparse until we get all the way down at 78k, right? So to get a clear picture, we should take a look at the 1-year time frame. Here you can see that below these previous high time frame lows, we have liquidity at 74,000, but we have taken out massive liquidity on this big move to the downside over the last couple months. Something to definitely take note of is that we have liquidity as high as 89k, where we just basically have $20 billion worth of short positions that would get liquidated if the Bitcoin price reaches this level. Keep in mind that on this 1 day time frame, we are breaking a downtrend, and it really would not take much to take out $20 billion worth of liquidity right here. So this is another piece of confluence of why I am bullish on Bitcoin on this 1 day time frame. And of course, there is also still this liquidity at 100K in the Bitcoin price. Next, taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we actually saw a massive net outflow of $170 million from the Bitcoin ETFs. So this is actually quite surprising because we saw massive outflows over the last couple of weeks, and then suddenly it started to look like the Bitcoin ETFs were flipping bullish once again. However, now yesterday we saw another massive outflow. So this is exactly why we need to keep track of these Bitcoin ETFs and what they are up to every single day, because this for now is having a downwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. And one last thing before I close off today, guys, I've created a full-on trading course on leverage trading and technical analysis in general. I go through all the basics, especially if you are a beginner. This is something to look into, and this course is completely 100% free. So I recommend you go to rt1m.com if you want to check out this free trading course. It's over an hour of educational content, so I highly recommend you check this out. But either way, if you do end up watching the free trading course or not, thank you for watching this video once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.